Hello, this is our newest portable Emsculpt to build muscle and reduce fat. When you receive it, we will equip you the power adapter for USA and the add water tools, also the 3 different lengths of belts to tighten the handpiece on the skin. Okay, now let's show you how to add the water. When you receive the machine, please add the water first. Go back into the machine, and this is the inlet hole to add water. This one is used by engineers. You don't need to care about it. It's used for blowing out the remaining water in the handles with a high-pressure air gun. This is the overflow. When you add water, you need to insert this smaller pipe to overflow the water. And insert this one to add water. Okay, this is the outlet to drain the water from the water tank. So it's okay, and now add water from here until the water comes out from the overflow. You can put a container under the pipe here. After it overflows, you need to turn on the machine. Wait a few minutes, a few seconds. Enter the password 60. Enter, and you can see, go into the set button. Now you can see the liquid setting. After the water overflows, you will need to start this one. Start the coolant. In this case, the water will fall into the handpiece. So the water in the water tank will not be filled. Then after, you can see after 30 seconds, okay, after 30 seconds, the water fall into the 2 handles. Now add some water. Please notice you will need to add distilled water. So then add another distilled water into the machine until the water overflow at the second time. That will be enough for the full water. Okay, then you can pull out. Press this button and pull out the pipe. Same one. Okay, so after we filled the water, now let's go back into the working system. There are there's a different language you can choose. Others, you don't need to care about it. Now you can see 2 different working modes, auto mode and manual mode. If you are not familiar for the operation, you can start from the auto mode. You can choose gender, age, and abdomen. I will tell you later about this one. What is the H, M, and L? Okay, choose one and go into the parameter setting interface. You can see now the parameter is 55%. Okay, go back to there. If you choose M, which means you use exactly Okay, now after you filled the water into the water tank and handles, you can see the working interface, there are two models, auto mode and manual mode. For auto mode, it's especially for someone who is not familiar for the operation or don't have enough experience to operate it. First, you can choose the gender, age, and different treat area. We will provide different suggested parameters for different body parts. For example, you can choose abdomen. Enter. You can see the energy is 55%. All the treatment time is 30 minutes. It's a whole session for one treatment. Usually we suggest for 4 to 8 sessions. Okay, you can see abdomen is 55%, while you can see if we try arms, it's 30%. For some other body parts, it's 44% of the intensity. You can also do the skin test on the treatment body to see how the client feeling, to adjust the parameters according to your client's skin condition. Now let's go back to see the manual mode. For manual mode, the same is the intensity and the treatment time. What in there different is different working frequency. Actually, it's the same for the auto mode and manual mode, but for manual mode, it will exactly show here how much energy for each working mode. F1, you can set different frequency here. For example, I set 20 Hz for F1. Well, for example, lower, you can set a lower for the first to warm up the muscles group, and a little higher to do the muscle strengthen, and this one to exercise the muscle group. For example, F1 with 8 Hz, it will works for 20 seconds, and then go to F2, it will works for 30 seconds, then go to F3, works for 10 seconds, then back to the F1. It will work continuously with different working modes, with different frequency to get better results. For auto mode, you can only see the intensity and the time, but it's presetting into the default energy into the machine. You don't need to care about it. That's why we set auto mode and manual mode. That's why also the one who is not familiar for the technology or the operation, they can choose the auto mode. They don't need to adjust these parameters. It has been default set by clinical studies. Okay, now I will show you how to do the operation on skin body parts. Okay, now let's show you how to do the operation on skin body parts. First, we will need to take different belts. You can take one according to the patient's. Okay, take one and tighten the belts first. You can ask the client to lie down on the bed, and then take one handle piece. You can also do 2 different handles on the same treatment area, but she is very slim, so we only take one is okay. When the client lie down on the bed, and tighten the belts first, then put the handle piece on the treatment area. Now, we can use the suggested parameter 60% of intensity and the different frequency. Now start. How do you feel? Can you feel the energy on the abdomen?
Yes.
Okay, you can see the vibrations here. After first 20 seconds, it goes back to F2 with 30 seconds. You can see also the treatment time here. Okay, after 30 seconds, it goes back to the F3. You can see the vibration here. And now it goes back to F1. So it works continuously from F1, F2, F3, and then F1, F2, F3 for totally 30 minutes for a whole treatment. Okay, now we can also see how the auto mode works. Same, choose gender, age, and abdomen. Same process to put the handles on the treatment area. You just need to click start. You don't need to adjust different working frequency. Only thing you need to adjust is intensity and treatment time. But it will also work from different frequency continuously. Okay, that's how to operate it. After the treatment, you can also do some massage on the body parts on the treatment area.